Hi, I'm James Mather. I'm here with TC Electronics today to look at the new VSS3 software that they're due to bring out. It's based on the TC 6000 system. I'm a supervising sound editor, but I also re-record and sound design for feature films. Initially, my first responses are that it's very user-friendly, it's very clear to get your way around it. It's got a nice set of presets, which are easy to scroll through. You can go into a post-production or a music setting at the bottom, but you can also import and export presets, much like most of the reverb settings these days. What I like about this system is that it's big and bold and it's clear and it's easy to get your hands on and easy to navigate. So when you're working in an automated way, you can get your presets well organized and structured and get to them very quickly. The responses are great. I mean, I'm a big fan of the TC reverbs. The System 6000 has always been a solid tool to have on the stage, but these days, with everything being recorded and mixed within the box, as they say in the Pro Tools systems, to have this plugin to be able to move around with sessions and maintain the automation and the work that you're doing with these plugins is essential. So TC joining the table of plug-in reverbs is great news. Also, looking at the system layout, you've got these large boxes that any way you put the mouse within that region, you can alter the levels very easily by dragging up and down. You've got everything on the page is automated. It's very easy to click around. I know it sounds odd, but when you're mixing and you're having to change things on the fly, or you're trying things out as you're going, sometimes you come across strange anomalies as you're designing sounds that you aren't meant to create, but they're a byproduct of playing around with tools like this. So often I find that I'll be looking for a reverb, and swapping between reverbs gives me an effect or a design element that is fantastic and I can use over and over again. And with the automation set like that, it'll constantly redo that, so I can create very imaginative and very unexpected design effects. The sustain on the large reverbs is really satisfying. You can flick through as you're going through. It's an instant change. There's no delay. Like I said before, they've got a really good variety of different settings. A VW Beetle interior, for example, going into a large cathedral. It's a clean decay. It's really nice. My main use for reverb is within location recording, to try and enforce the perspective changes within rooms, within locations. If somebody's in a car park and then the next sequence they're in a house, obviously the reverbs are all very different. So we use the reverbs to take what our sound effects editors have created and really develop a strong sense of perspective. Over time, you get to know your favorite presets. There's usually a go-to dozen that you'll always go to first to try things out, and I save them according to the ones that I like the most. And those will be enhanced with maybe 2 or 3 settings depending on where you are and the kind of slapback you want with reverb. But I think it's one of those situations where you're working on a project, and the longer you spend working with something, the more you get to understand the plugin and the sound that the reverbs will give you. So you just accumulate your favorites as you go.